So, what do you do when things go wrong anyway?
Well, what you do is you apply FADD, F-A-D-D, and FADD stands for fly the airplane. That's the fundamental rule anytime something goes wrong. Assess the situation, decide what to do, and many times, here's the hardest part, do it. And that can be very tough. So let's talk about
flying the airplane. And what flying the airplane means is keep it under control and don't hit anything.
Those are, by the way, the only two rules of safe flight. Keep it under control, don't hit anything. Everything else about learning to fly is an elaboration on those two fundamental rules. The next thing we're going to do after we fly the airplane and continue to fly the airplane is assess the situation. And interestingly enough, we established earlier here that we're a bunch of goal-oriented people. And so what happens is when you have things go wrong, either minor things or even big things, people will tend to just keep on going because they're goal-oriented. So the deal is when things change your plan. Deal with things as they really are, not as you plan them to be. So part of assessing the situation is don't allow yourself to get in denial. When you got a problem, admit the problem, and now start facing reality.
Okay, so we've assessed the situation. We need to decide what to do, and failure to decide, to make the right decision about what we need to do can be the fatal thing to do. That's what probably happened in the Payne-Stewart crash. As John says, they were probably trying to troubleshoot what had happened to the pressurization instead of making the decision to go ahead and do an emergency descent and sort it out all later.
Now the next thing you do after you decide what to do, this is the second D in it, is do it. And that sounds simple, but sometimes you don't like any of your choices. You've made the decision, but it's hard to make yourself do it. One time, Martha and I, or somewhat earlier in our flying career, had a Cessna 210. It was turbocharged. We're up at altitude, over the top of an overcast, and we had an electrical failure. And we had to descend through this overcast, and it was right about dusk. And we kept on flying the airplane. We knew we had to descend. We decided what we were going to do. But then Martha couldn't get me to do it because I knew that this was most likely going to end in a crash of the airplane. And so I kept circling around up there, and Martha keeps saying to me, "John, you've got to go down." And I said, "Martha, I don't want to go down, because we're going to hit something. The way this is going to end is we're going to go down and we're going to hit something. We'll hit a TV antenna, a tower, a silo, a tall building. Who knows what we're going to hit, but we're going to hit something." And Martha then said to me, "John, would you rather go down now or in the dark?" Because the sun had slowly set below the horizon while we're having this discussion. And I hate it when she thinks that way. But we did continue down, and we did wind up damaging the airplane. We didn't hit anything. We landed in a cornfield. But by the time we finally went down there, now cars had their lights on in the road, and it was very nearly dark. And it would have been a lot safer and a lot easier had I chosen the right time to do it. I just couldn't make myself do it.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its V-tail design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.